سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا صاحي كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي.
Salam alaikum and hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the amazing feedback and support that I got from my first introduction. Today I'm going to be doing my niqab journey, and to ask me my questions is my daughter Salam.
Hi. You guys might recognise me from just hijabis. Yes, I'm one of them. I'm the youngest one. Anyways, today I'm here to support my mother, talk about her journey and the process of wearing niqab when she put it on, and you know, all of that.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay, so let's take it right back for when the first time you realised that niqab was the one. Like, why did you decide that you wanted to wear niqab?
Okay, so I started wearing hijab, and I found that even though I was going out, wearing like the abaya and I was wearing a khimar and most everything was basically covered, but deep down in my heart I still felt like it wasn't enough. I would still get guys coming up to me, chatting to me, so I kind of like felt like it's not enough. And so that then made me go in to look deep into the fiqh, the jurisprudence of niqab versus face and hands. So I started really looking into it. I started doing my research, and for me, I found that I believed that niqab was fine, which was compulsory, and I decided to put it on, and it was the best thing for me. I just felt so liberated. I felt really at ease. I felt like I was in control of my body and my face, and I felt like when somebody was talking to me, they were talking to me, like they heard me, they heard what I had to say. Because before I wore the hijab even, I felt like I was always being objectified. So I was always judged by my beauty rather than what I had to offer. So when I put on the niqab, it just felt so right for me. Yeah.
That's such a cute little story. Oh, that's so inspiring, mashallah. So after the whole idea and experience of you knowing that you wanted to go on niqab, what was the next step and how old were you?
So basically I was 17 years old and I was still living at home with my parents. Now my parents weren't practicing at the time, and so they weren't really supportive in my decisions.
When you first put it on with your family, like, what was one of the biggest hardships that you faced with your mum or your dad?
I think that my parents, what the problem was, I think they felt was that it would stop me from achieving my dreams. At the time, you know, I wanted to go into law, and they just felt like I was throwing away my opportunities in life, and also because they weren't practicing, they didn't understand why we became so religious so quickly. But alhamdulillah, you know, after speaking to them and showing them the books and showing them the evidences, alhamdulillah, they started to practice and they came around.
Obviously, I think you would say
1993.
So in 1993 you put on the niqab. So like, now that we're in 2018, do you see any difference in the perception about how the way people perceive you? Like, is it different? Do people accept it more now? Or?
Well, no, to be honest. I mean, when I first put on the niqab in 1993, it was quite rare for sisters to wear niqab. I think there maybe was 2 or 3 of us at the time, and then alhamdulillah, once we started giving da'wah, I was doing study circles, then sisters started to wear it more and more. And so what would happen was sometimes we'd go out and people would say, you know, call us Darth Vader, Executioner, Batman. It was a very common one.
And now we got what's the prevalence store calling you?
Yeah, and yeah, so you know, you'd get an odd person would spit at you or tell you to take it off. But to be quite honest with you, looking back, those were the good days, because after 9/11 happened, that's when it got really serious, and that's when a lot of people, including myself, experienced a lot of racial harassment, a lot of attacks. Yeah, so post 9/11. So yeah, it's much worse now.
So just now you spoke about being spat on and verbal abuse, but then you would ever physically
Yeah, I've had a lot of abuse, a lot of racial attacks, 4 of which were physical and 3 of which went to court. But I will later talk about that. I'm going to do a series, a 4-part series of the 4 major incidents that I've had, which 3 concluded in court cases and convictions.
But alhamdulillah, kind of made you a stronger person.
Yeah, we know they say.
Only tests for strong
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
In today's society, because we live in a very modern Western society, would you encourage sisters to wear the niqab?
See, that's a very difficult one because I'm kind of conflicted because I have my religious opinion, which is that it's compulsory. At the same time, I have to also speak about the reality of niqab in the West. I know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is Ar-Rahman, He's the most merciful, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows situations and how difficult it is for everybody in whatever given situation. So my answer would be, for any sister that is considering wearing niqab, she should definitely have male members that are going to be able to look after her, protect her, because Islam is a whole. So the woman that to wear niqab is supposed to be protected and looked after. That hence why we dress this way. We have these garments. These garments are not made for us to be like shopping, carrying heavy loads, being out at night on our own, being vulnerable. We're supposed to be protected. So a sister who wears the niqab, she should be protected by her maharim, which is her husband, her father, her brothers. The very, very least she should be driving. So if a sister hasn't got any of those things, but she still wants to wear the niqab, I wouldn't tell her not to wear it, but I would tell her to be really, really, really careful. Also, in modern times, it's really, really difficult, almost impossible for a niqabi to get a job. And that's not because we're not qualified, and it's not because we can't do the job, it's because people don't want to give us opportunities to do the work. And again, education, there's a lot of courses that sister niqab can't do, like midwifery, because you have to wear the scrubs. If you want to be a physician, even engineering to a certain extent, engineering, because obviously how you have to dress. So we're very restricted from getting the education that we want. So I would say do salat istikhara, think about it, talk to your family members, because the niqab is not a joke, it's not something that you play with. It's a commitment to yourself, and it's a commitment to Allah, and it is really, really, really hard in the West. That's just the facts.
For the sisters that regardless want to put on niqab, what safety tips or good advice, or what advice would you give them?
This is going to be probably really alarming for the non-Muslims to hear. The kind of measures that sisters that wear niqab have to take, but I think that talking about these situations, helping people that wear niqab, and also raising awareness to how dangerous it is our day-to-day life, I think it's good and it's really empowering for us to be able to do this. So I would say, first of all, sisters, if you're on the train, never go next to the train when it's oncoming. Stand at the back and wait until the train is actually stopped so that you don't get pushed into the tracks. And yes, sisters have been pushed into the tracks and sisters have lost their lives. If you're on the bus,
almost got pushed into the track.
We got nearly pushed into the track, but that's a story to come. If you're on the bus, try and sit at the front, don't go upstairs. Okay, because downstairs is safer. The bus driver is at the front, so he's got actual alarm that if you go to him, if you're suffering from any sort of abuse, you go to him, he presses the alarm, automatically police will come within 3 minutes. So try to stay downstairs, stay near the front of the bus. That's another story, I got attacked on the bus. Yeah, that's another one. If you're walking, don't wear your headphones because you can't hear who's behind you, you can't hear if someone's running behind you. I've had also that, because most people who attack women are cowards. So they're the kind of people that will run from behind you, punch you in your head, throw something at you, pull off your niqab and then continue to run. So you need to have your wits when you're walking. Don't walk next to the pavement. Try to always keep to the right, because again you could get pushed into the road. That's also nearly happened to me. Even when you're crossing the zebra crossing, okay, which is your right, and we know it's your right to cross, don't cross until the car stopped, because my friend her child got knocked down. That's another story. In a zebra crossing, deliberately, because we were 2 women with niqab. What else would I say? Be aware, be alert. The face of an Islamophobe, there's no such thing. Yeah? I've been attacked by an Oriental person, a black person, a posh person, an elderly person, a young person, a middle-aged person. There isn't a type. So just be alert, Do your adhkar, do your dhikr, do your supplications, do your prayers. And inshallah, everything is in the hands of Allah.
Going through all of this, like the abuse, the insults, the violence, what kept you strong while wearing the niqab?
I think for me, what kept me strong was, number one, I was doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anything that you do for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know that He sees it and you know that you're getting reward for it. That's number one. Number two, I'm a British born Muslim. So, I have British values, which are, you have the right to express yourself however you want to express yourself. Freedom of religion, freedom of sexuality, freedom of expression. So at the end of the day, I feel like if a person can be a goth or a person can be tattooed from head to toe, or a person can wear a miniskirt and a crop top.
Or someone can be a transgender.
Yeah, you can be a transgender, transsexual, cross-dresser, then I can wear the veil. So that's where I get my empowerment. It's like no one's going to bully me or tell me or oppress me or dictate to me and how I should dress. This is how I dress, this is how I choose. I don't infringe it on anybody, I don't force it on anybody, you know, I don't go around telling people to dress the way I dress. I just do me, I live my life, and I feel like at the end of the day, people's opinions and their bullying and their assaults and their attacks is not going to change how I feel and how I dress. That's just not going to happen. That's just it.
But like I said before, it kind of makes you strong as a person, because at least you know that while you're wearing it, you're not wearing it for them, you're wearing it for the sake of Allah.
مضطرم واجعله ينجو من عذاب مضطرم